My name is James Ngede. Today I'm going to talk about wildlife, animals in the field. I've been in the wildlife for many years, working in the field as far as conservation is concerned. I've worked with the zoological societies of the United States. I've also worked with environmental organizations. I've traveled all across Africa. I've been in Southern Africa. I've been in the middle of Africa, that is the Congo, in the forest of Congo. I've been in southern part of Kenya, that means the southern areas, the southern countries, that is Tanzania. I've been in Malawi. I've been in Zambia. I've been in Botswana, Okavango. I've been in the middle of the deserts. And I have personally studied animals, looked at them in the field, and understood how they continue being there, how they don't get extinct, and secondly, how they survive in the field. Unlike humans, wildlife or wild animals guarantee the whole production system from the starting point of mating all the way to the adulthood. In our life, we people, we don't take a very good care of our systems to make sure that we'll be there tomorrow. We use our brains, of course, because we know we have medicine, but we make a lot of mistakes. With the wild animals, they start right from the first male, the bull. They make sure the male that mates is in good health and is 100% perfect. You know why? Because if a male mates and he's not healthy, genetically he's not right, it means when the baby is born, that baby care and survival will be limited. For a baby to reach maturity, the baby must be perfect, it must be strong. All parts of body health must work. And this is the danger. For example, let's pick an animal like an antelope. Let's even pick a gnu, or let's pick a gazelle. Let's pick an impala. As soon as those babies are dropped by their mothers, those babies have about 2 hours maximum to wake up, get ready, and run the same speed as their mother. And suppose they were born with the wrong gene, they will be slower to get ready, and the chance of getting eaten by somebody are very high. So first of all, the male must be perfect. Secondly, a mother must be very careful and know the details of cleaning up the baby as quickly as possible and kick about the baby, just kick him around to get his lungs breathing and getting air in their lungs, and waking up the baby, pushing him up or her up. Because as soon as the baby gets born, the scent of the birth is signaled all over the field. Hyenas would pick it, jackals would pick it, cheetahs would pick it, and of course leopards will also pick it. So cats would pick it. So then how do you avoid your baby getting killed? Is getting that baby ready as quickly as possible. Now let's go this way. How do you guarantee the male is in good health, and how do you stop the male with a bad health to impregnate the females? This is done naturally, selectively, and is done by other males. It's also done by females. All males are given mating opportunity. They are told to go out there, get females, mate. So males are given more than one females. For example, gazelles, for example. Let's go impala. An impala is given more than 50 females to mate with. How long can he mate with 50 females? One season. Second season, he's so weak that he cannot survive in that group. So what happens? New males come along, kick him out. And that's it. But then he can go home, he can go join the groups, male groups, exercise, recuperate, get ready. He has another chance. But that's the end. Once they have gone twice in the mating, the third one they are unable to keep up, because fighting during this decision making is so strong that if a male has mated twice, that's almost the end of his lifespan as far as mating is concerned. What about other animals? Let's pick lions, for example, because everybody talks about lions. Lions are also given an opportunity. One powerful male comes along, kicks out the dominant male. Once he kicks out the dominant male, he has an opportunity of mating in a female with any female that is within the group or pride. Could be 4 females, 5 females, and they could come in season different times. He has the opportunity, but how long can he mate? Maybe 3 times, 4 times. In 2 seasons or 3 seasons, that's the end. He becomes older, weaker. How long can he live? 14 years maybe. He starts mating at about 7th, 5th year. Then after that, he's given all the opportunity. He has like about up to 8 years mating. After that, he's finished. How do you get rid of him? A new male or new groups of males come along, kick him out. That guarantees older males with weaker genes, they are not mating with the lions. What happens to the male if this male, weak male, doesn't get anyone to kick him out and he gets an opportunity of mating? The babies have no chance of surviving. Lionesses, or the females lions, they give birth to about 5 kids on average. And if part of those are from the male, or all of them are from the male who is weak, the chance of them surviving is 0. Why don't these lions babies survive? How do they die? In the field, there are so many diseases from the dirt, from the meat they eat. The dirt comes from the animals they drag along. When the female lions kill, they drag the meat along from where they kill to their den or to the area. They don't have a hole. Lions will give birth on the grass. So they will bring the meat, a dead animal, along, and the babies will eat. These meats are filthy. They are filthy with droppings from other animals where they drag them on the ground, and they make these little kids sick. And within a very short time, you find about like 5 kids, there's not even 1 left. But luckily, maybe 1 will survive. So then, the reason why they will die that quickly, the strong male who produces those little kids gives those kids a chance of survival because they're stronger and they can withstand all the dirt and all the germs and all the sicknesses. So we need a strong bull to meet, a strong male to mate, to make sure that the baby have all that it takes for them to withstand all the filth, all the diseases. Now, let's compare a lion with other animals or other cats. Let's pick, for example, a hyena. That's why I asked in the beginning, what would rather eat you, a lion or a hyena? Let's think of a hyena. In our culture, we tend to hate hyenas. Basically, it's because the way they look. The face looks terrible. Secondly, he drops saliva. So it doesn't look like a very decent gentleman. But let me tell you, a hyena has the highest rate of survival of kids, bringing the kids to maturity, than lions. Why? Because hyenas have a way of a good hygiene than lions. One, hyenas will have the same number of babies like lions, maybe 5, maybe 6. And what happens? A hyena has a house. They dig holes in the ground. And in fact, they don't even dig the holes. They modify them. They make them suit their demand. Who digs the holes? The aardvarks, the ant bears. It's an animal that eats ants. And on their routine in the evenings, they dig holes looking for these ants. So they dig one hole today, they don't need to stay there, they leave it. They go dig another one. By the end, they go to their own holes at home. So those are the holes that the hyenas use. Hyenas come and dig inside them, modify them. I've never been in one of those holes, but I think those holes have everything. I think they even have a dining hall. They even have a bedroom, I think. So no matter how much rain it rains, a hyena baby is comfortable in the hole. So that takes care of the baby as far as wetness and filth is concerned. Secondly, then what happens? I told you the lion drags meat from wherever they kill the animal, and they drag the meat all the way home, through the mud, through whatever it is. So the meat is filthy, it's terrible. But the hyena, on the other hand, a hyena eats the meat, eats more than he needs to digest himself. He carries the meat for the babies in the stomach. You know then what happens? This meat for the babies is regurgitated when he gets home. That means he will vomit the meat for the babies. So the meat is warm, is nice, is safe from all the terrible stuff that the lions give their babies. And so the babies have safe meat to eat. So for hyenas, baby is safe, and you find out that the hyenas will bring more kids to maturity. If you go in the field, you find out in a place like, say, Masai Mara, you go to Okavango, you go to wherever it is in Africa, you will find out there's more hyenas than lions, because the hyena survival rate is higher than lions. How do we guarantee then? Like the other animals do have the same story. Say the prey. I've talked about the predator. What about the prey? What about the animal that eats grass, eats seed? Also for that animal to guarantee safety, to guarantee continuity of life, they must be very, very, and first of all, let me mention, like those animals, those preys, gazelles, impalas, wildebeests, those animals give birth to one baby. And how do they happen to be all over the place, more than lions, more than everything else, or more than cats? The reason is because they guarantee that they become so fertile, there's no question of not having a baby in the season. They make sure when the season comes, they are guaranteed a baby. And they also make sure the baby is safe by being either very, very fast when running, and again guaranteeing that these babies of all these animals, for example, the wildebeest that venture Masai Mara and also go to Serengeti, that they make sure all of them, all the females get pregnant almost at exactly the same time, and then drop all these babies within a very short time together. That means when they drop the babies, it is within 2 weeks. They have dropped to about 500,000 babies on the field. Then what happens to the lions, leopards, cheetahs, everybody? They can eat them all. So they have babies everywhere to eat. They can't finish them. So they will attack this one, they will attack the other one, and the babies still survive because there are so many of them given at the same time. Suppose they give them selectively, so they give 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 5 next week, 1 the other week. Those predators can pick one at a time and wipe the whole population. But given all the babies at the same time, all they can eat within the time the babies are mature is maybe a quarter of them. The rest will survive. So that is a way of guaranteeing that the big number of animals is because of that trick. Rather than females going to maternity individually, they all go to the maternity and they drop the babies at the same time. And then the predators can't even finish them. They won't eat what they can within that given time. Let's look at how then these animals guarantee that the baby, once it's dropped, is ready to venture in the open, in life, and succeed. All animals, that is cats plus the prey, the animals that eat others, and the animals that get eaten, the first thing they do is once the baby is dropped, is to clean the baby. They clean the baby with their mouth, with their tongue, and remove the bag that holds the baby. They remove the afterbirth. All animals eat the afterbirth, and particularly more cats. Cats, because they must go hunt, they need all the energy that they can get after they have like a day or 2 without food. And particularly the animals that do solo hunting. The animals who hunt by themselves live by themselves. The group animals don't matter because one of them will go hunt, or 2 of them will go hunt and bring the meat. Like for example, lions. Those are group hunters. But individual hunters, they will go like 2-3 days without food, without a hunt. So what keeps them going? They will get the baby, they will clean it. That afterbirth is full of protein. So as soon as they eat that, they get extra energy or some energy, and they're able to now go and try a hunt and get something to eat. Now, so all animals do that. Even the antelopes, they will also lick that upper bud. It goes into their stomach, and they get extra protein and give them energy to go hunt. Except one animal. And before I get even to one animal, let me talk about these animals that that need that energy. All animals in the field, except the elephants, will use their tongue and their mouth. An elephant, because of the structure, the way they are made, the mouth is way up there. What is in the front is the trunk. How do they clean their babies? They use their feet. When the baby is dropped, the mother will turn around. He will put his big foot on the baby and roll him off the side and kick the baby about till the bag is broken. And the mother will put his foot again and turn the baby around with his trunk till all the outer body is cleaned. And she will put a bit of pressure on the body of the little baby. And I've seen these babies cry. They think the mothers want to kill them. And the purpose is, when you push pressure on these babies, it's just like we do in the hospitals. When they take these little babies when they're born, turn them around and slap them. And that makes them cry. And when they cry, they get oxygen in their body or in their lungs, and they start breathing. So the same thing happens when the elephant mother puts a foot, that heavy foot on the baby. The baby then goes like, and that air goes in the body, and the baby kicks off. Now, it's of course the reasoning here that the babies where there is higher care of the parents, the slower it is for the babies to get ready to take care of themselves. Look at the elephant. An elephant has babies that have the slowest rate of getting ready to be mature, because of the actual reason where they are so well taken care of by their mothers, including their aunties, including their grandmothers. You look at the other animals, like an antelope, the mother care or parental care is to the minimum. So what do? You take care of yourself by running. So you must be ready in 2 hours to go like there's no tomorrow, to make sure nobody can catch you, lions won't catch you, cheetahs won't catch you. So we're talking about good care. Even look at the humans. Humans are the slowest also, because there's mother, there's father. You find these kids, they will nurse for about I don't know how long. They will be fed by their parents for so long. And even a 15-year-old kid, he still needs the parental care. So we're talking about no parental care, quick, ready to go. With plenty of parental care, sleep till you're woken up by your parent. We go to something very small. The bigger animal, not small, bigger. Let's even look at something like a hippo. A hippo has trained himself to give birth in the water. He gives birth right in the river where he sleeps, or where he stays during the day before he goes feeding. When the baby are born, the hippo will give birth right in the water. What stops the baby from drowning is this fantastic idea. The hippo baby will be born facing forward. Animals give birth, mammals give birth with the head first. And even human beings do exactly the same. So mammals will give birth with the face out, and the legs, and the back legs coming out finally. But the hippos don't do it that way. The hippo will do it the other way around. The head will come out last. So the back legs will come out first, and the head will come out last. How does that make the hippo baby survive? It's because if the hippo baby was born just like other mammals, and the face came out first, or the front feet first, and then the face second, that baby would drown before the back legs come out. So it's done the other way around. Front legs first, face second, back legs finally. The baby would drown. So the hippo needs to get the back legs first. They come out, and slowly the body comes out. And as soon as the face gets out of the mother and is in the water, the mother takes that moment to turn around and push the baby up in the air, and the baby is able to breathe. That's the only animal, and very few animals in the world that give birth in reverse. So we're talking about the wildlife, and I'll keep on talking about the wildlife when I have time. Keep on telling you more about how the animal survivors are there. And it's nice to say that if given an opportunity, what would rather eat you? A lion or a hyena? Thank you so much.